What's up, guys? Feed you information here. I wanted to go ahead and thank Jose for the idea for this video, and I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into it. So we're going to analyze Nvidia's latest earnings, but before we're going to take a look at its ratios and what it's annually doing. So right now it has a price to earnings of 24.75, basically 25, but that's extremely low considering where it was at. And as you notice, the market's kind of correcting itself, making more value plays out of all the stocks now. They're making them a lot more of a value rather than an overvalued growth company. Now it's a value and growth company for a lot of the stocks out here. When you take a look at its price to book and price to sales, you typically want below a 5, so they are bigger than you want. However, it's a very rapid growth company, so it's one of the things that you will see. And they do have a low debt over equity, because typically a 0.5 you want under that, and a 0.22 that's less than half, so great. Annual revenue comes in at about 12 billion, 42% revenue growth, and 123 billion market cap. So now we're going to take a look at its latest earnings and what it posted for revenue. Nvidia beats by 0.13, misses on revenue. Nvidia Q3 non-GAAP EPS of 1.84 beats by 13 cents. GAAP EPS of 1.97 beats by 0.26. Revenue of 3.18 billion. So we have 20.5% year-over-year revenue growth. That's definitely shrinking, that about cut in half. So that's not what you want to see. However, it is still double digits and good. I did want to point out too, a lot of people are always complaining about misses by revenue. So 60 million, right? I already did the math for you right here. 60 million is literally almost 2%, but it's less than 2% of what they posted altogether. So they missed less than 2%. And then people are going to want to blame cryptocurrency for why they didn't. Like, look, Nvidia plunges 16.6% Q3 results, but the title is downside 17% on downside guide as crypto boom ends. So we already know their two biggest niches are gaming or GPU and data center, but the GPU is more for the gaming. So let's take a look at the whole list now. Gaming 1.76 billion, 13% year over year. However, this is what we want to be looking at is the quarter, and even still 13% is kind of low, but minus 2% for the quarter. So that's got to change first off. Professional visualization, 305 million. That's 28% year over year. However, only 9% quarter over quarter, so it's shrinking. Data center, which was the one that I hyped up last time because it was 80+% year over year. Now it's only 58% year over year, because quarter over quarter it's only up 4%. So shrinking. Automotive, it doesn't have a quarterly, it just has the yearly, but it's up 19% year over year. OEM and IP, which is basically the cryptocurrency, 148 million. So the smallest amount, and it's down 23%. First off, if you were to take like 23%, then you're basically looking at, I think, maybe 200 million, maybe a little bit higher than that. But I already did the math. For that 148 million that they posted, guys. Sorry, got my pages everywhere. That's 4%. 4% of their total. And people are going to be like, oh, you know, it's because of cryptocurrency falling that they didn't beat their revenue. Yeah, but they literally missed it by 2% and 4% of it. So that means if this didn't hinder them, then they would have basically had like just barely over the revenue. So that's not that big of a factor, is my point. I understand why this stock is falling, but it shouldn't be because, oh, the cryptocurrency boom's over, that's why we're all just going to sell. And you have to remember the dominance that this company still holds from a GPU and data center standpoint. They're still the best GPUs, they're still the best data center in either of those market fields. So until that changes, I don't see an issue with diving into this company more and more. I don't hold any shares in my Robinhood, sadly, but I do have $50 that I just put in on a weekly basis of $10. So that might have made no sense. Just give me a second. I'm about to explain. I made a previous video about how I have $10 going to Apple, Nvidia, and Adobe. But after this big drop, of course, I apologize. I'm losing Wi-Fi. What's happening? Okay, so there we go. Anyway, so as you see right here, I already had $10 in it. I'm going to be doing this at a weekly basis right here, scheduled every week, $10. However, I just bought in when the market was closed, so if it opens up and it's still down, which it should be, and hell, it could drop more, I'm going to have $50 more into it, giving me about $60 and lowering my average cost, because my average price was already $198, which when the market closed, it has it at a $202 price, and if that's about a 25 PE at a $202 price, I would love to see where its price to earnings falls tomorrow, and I'll probably do an update video as to where it's at, because I think it's at a very discounted price, like about where Apple would be at, because I do believe Apple is in the teens right now in terms of PE. I think they might be about in that field, which I'm not comparing the two because it's a big difference in revenue. But yeah, 16p, I could see them around a 16p, maybe a 18, 19, 20, but it's going to be at least 5 points lower, because closing at 25 on 202 and now we're chilling at 160 something, guys. Like, that's just crazy. Anyways, I just want to say thank you again, Jose, for having me do this video. If you enjoyed it, throw me a like. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Nvidia is a great stock. Video information out.